Joining me now is one of those pastors, Linda Barnes Popham of the Fern Creek Baptist Church in Louisville, Kentucky. She has led her congregation for the last 30 years. Thank you so much for being with us. Why do you think this vote was so overwhelming? It was 9,700 to 806.
Well, I think that people who don't like to fight anymore don't attend Southern Baptist Convention meetings. And I think that those in control have so much control over the Southern Baptist Convention minds of people and over all the decisions that are made, that they have finally just driven it to this point. I mean, the Baptist Faith and Message was adopted in 2000 that said women shouldn't serve in these roles, but it's always been accepted that we follow any of the Baptist Faith and Messages. We actually adhere to the 1963 Baptist Faith and Message, which certainly allows for that to happen.
Why do you believe they think that you don't know what you're doing?
Wow, I haven't had anybody ask me that way. I don't know if they think that we're a threat, if they think we're incompetent, because all I know is that God has called me to do this, and I'm called to take the gospel to the ends of the earth. That's what he's called me to do, and to preach at Fern Creek Baptist Church, to be the pastor here. And I am sure of that calling. And I don't know why they have put themselves in the place of thinking that they are the ones who do the calling, because it's God who does that.
You've been doing this now for 30 years.
Well, actually, I started at the church 40 years ago and have been preaching for 33.
Wow.
But officially for 30.
Okay. How is your congregation reacting to this?
The congregation is saddened that these people, whom we've called family, don't want us in the family anymore. But the congregation is also very hopeful, because we know that God is so much bigger than the Southern Baptist Convention, and we know that he has great things ahead of us. And we just thank the Southern Baptist Convention for giving us so much advertising because we've been able to share our story.
What happens if you're out of the convention? What does that actually do to your church?
Well, it means we will not be giving money to them. It means that we will not be doing their programs. It means that we will not be participating in so many of the programs that come down the pipeline every year. So really, it is way much more of a loss for the Southern Baptist Convention than it is for us.
Participation has been down for years. What message do you think this is sending to people who might be interested in joining the church? And what message do you think it's sending to women?
I think it's sending a message to people that Southern Baptists are fighting, and so we don't want to be a part of that. I mean, they're not going to want to be a part of that, but I think it's sending a message to women to say, you know what, you're really not that valuable. And you really aren't wanted that much, except to do the specific tasks that we call you to do. Now, don't listen to God. I'm just so grateful that I grew up in a Southern Baptist church that told me to listen to God. So it's a sad day for Southern Baptists.
I want to play, if you don't mind, SBC President Bart Barber talking about this.
Okay.
The fact is, there has never been a moment in the history of the Southern Baptist Convention that the Southern Baptist Convention was supportive of the idea that women could occupy the office of pastor, elder, and overseer. Linda Popham made a passionate argument from the floor to suggest that there are no limitations based on sex for people being able to serve in any role in the church. And for them, I think what we would say is Southern Baptists and your church are in different places and seem also to be moving in different directions.
So, Pastor, I know I asked it in kind of a blunt way. Why do you think that they don't think that you know what you're doing? But, I mean, here he is referencing you in particular. And I guess, I mean, if you strip it all away, isn't that the message, that they just think women just can't do this job? They're not equipped for it?
They do. And one of the ones among their own ranks said, you are so much more qualified than most of the men that we have in Southern Baptist pulpits. Now, I wish those people who say those things to me would say that publicly. And I know that to be true as I look around, and I'm not trying to promote myself in any way. I want to promote Jesus Christ. But I tell you what, I see a lot of people that are not real effective in that role, that are not ministering in the way that God has called our churches to minister, who are not baptizing. And so why would you want to get rid of a faithful church doing the work?